In the previous class, I have given you some questions for homework. So first of all, I am going to discuss those questions. The first one was CH3 whole twice CHNH2. This compound is given. This is the first compound given in your NCERT textbook. Okay. So first you will draw the structure. This is CH3 CH3 means isopropyl grouping is there. So its common name you can write as isopropylamine. Okay. But its IUPAC name. See, when you have functional groups which is starting with carbon containing functional group is there, then you have to give that number 1. But if carbon containing functional group is not there, in that case you have to give the carbon which is nearest to the functional group number 1. Here both carbons can be given number 1. So you can start the chain from here or here. So it is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 means 3 carbon containing compound is prop. Right? So propane, and at second carbon amino group is there, propane 2-amine. So that is the correct name of this compound. In NCERT it is given as 2-methylethanamine. It is wrong. The chain you have to take in this way. It is propane 2-amine. Okay. Then the second compound is CH3 CH2 whole twice NH2. So it is a straight chain. CH2 CH2 NH2. So this is propaneamine. Propaneamine. Amino group is attached at the first carbon, so you need not mention it. Whether you mention or not, it is same. Okay, so propaneamine. Now what type of amine is this? This is primary amine. Similarly, this is also primary amine because only one hydrogen of ammonia is substituted, and here also only one is substituted. Right? Then the third compound. The third compound is CH3 NH CH3 whole twice. Okay, this compound is given. So let us draw the structure. This is the structure of the given compound. Now we will number the chain 1, 2, 3. At the second carbon, this amino group is attached. Okay. Now this is which type of amine? Secondary amine. So N is this methyl is substituted group. So N-methyl and propane 2-amine. Okay. N-methyl propane 2-amine. So that is your third compound. Understood now? How to name the compounds? You have to take the longest chain and you have to start the numbering where amino group is nearest. Okay, from that side. Then your fourth compound. Fourth compound is given as CH3 whole thrice CNH2. This is tertiary butyl grouping attached. So tertiary butylamine is its common name, but to give its IUPAC name, we will draw the structure. Again, it is a primary amine. Okay, only one hydrogen of ammonia is substituted, so it is a primary amine, and the name of the compound is, at second carbon methyl group is attached. So 2-methyl 1, 2, 3. So 2-methyl propane 2-amine. Okay. 2-methyl propane 2-amine. Then the next one is fifth one, C6H5 NHCH3. So on the benzene ring we have NHCH3 group attached. So which type of amine? Again it is a secondary amine. So secondary amine, and the name N-methylenamine. Both are same. Either you write it as N-methylaniline or you write it as N-methylbenzenamide. Okay. Then next one is CH3, CH2 whole twice, NCH3. So here nitrogen is substituted with one methyl group and two ethyl groups. So which type of amine? It is tertiary amine. So how we will name it is N, because E comes first in the alphabetical order, so we will name it first N-ethyl, N-methyl, and again this is ethanamine. N-ethyl, N-methyl, ethanamine. Understood? Now the next one is, that is seventh one. It is meta-bromoaniline. Common name is meta-bromoaniline, and we will draw the structure. Which type of amine is it? It is primary amine, and the name is 3-bromoaniline or 3-bromobenzenamine. Okay, you can take any one of them. Either you take 3-bromoaniline or you take 3-bromobenzenamine. Got it? So these are the compounds which I have given you for writing the names. Now next we will start with the preparation of amines. Completed? Preparation of amines. So the first preparation, it is by reduction of nitro compounds. Nitro, alkanes or arenes you can take. So by reduction of nitro compounds, we can convert it into amines. So the first we will do is, suppose we have nitrobenzene. So the reduction of nitro compounds, it can be done by two methods. Alkanes or arenes, anything you can take. It can be done, we can either reduce it by catalytic hydrogenation, or we can also reduce it by using the metal and acid. Okay. So first by using catalytic hydrogenation. Catalytic hydrogenation is done in the presence of, you can take nickel, platinum or palladium, any one you can take. So this nitro group, it is reduced to amino group. Okay, this is reduced to amino group and water will be released. So here we require 3H2. Okay, then the other one is by using the metal and acid. You can take tin and HCl, you can take iron and HCl, metal plus acid. When metal and acid react, dilute acid we have to take here. When metal and dilute acid react, we get hydrogen gas, and that hydrogen will react with this nitro group and it will reduce the nitro group. So you will again get the amino compounds. So NH2 plus 2H2O. See here, this Fe plus HCl. Okay, it will give you FeCl3 plus H2. Let us balance the reaction. Now this reagent, that is iron scrap and HCl, dilute HCl, it is the best reagent for this reaction. Why? Because this ferric chloride which is formed here, it will be further, this ferric chloride, it will be further hydrolyzed with water. And when it is hydrolyzed with water, it will produce HCl again. Okay, so this HCl which will be produced here, it can be used here again in the first reaction. So once you have to take a very small amount of hydrochloric acid, again it will be generated in the reaction itself. Therefore this reaction is a very useful reaction for this process. Understood? So this is reduction of nitro compounds, that is nitroalkanes or nitroarenes. It is not compulsory that you take here nitrobenzene only. This is nitrobenzene. You can take any nitroalkane also. Nitrobenzene, and this is aniline. You can take other nitroalkanes also. Okay. So this is the first process. Let us come to the second one. The second one is ammonolysis. Ammonolysis of haloalkanes. When we were studying the chapter haloalkanes, there we have studied that nucleophilic substitution can be easily done in the case of haloalkanes, isn't it? And that nucleophilic substitution is done with the help, here we are doing with the help of ammonia. Here ammonia is acting as a nucleophile. Okay, when you act ammonia as a nucleophile, the RX bond of haloalkane is easily broken, right? And since the RX bond is broken, so it is known as ammonolysis. Lysis means breaking with the help of ammonia. That is why it is known as ammonolysis. So let us see the reaction. We have NH3, and when it reacts with RX, that is haloalkane. So I will write it as NH2H. So this HX will be removed. Okay, the substitution of this halo group will be taking place with the help of this NH2 group. So you will get RNH2 plus HX. Primary amines are formed. What do you get? Primary amines. First of all, you will get actually the salt. This reaction you can write in this way also. RNH3 plus X minus. First of all, you will get the salt. This salt, when react with alkali, it will give you RNH2 plus NaX plus H2. This is how primary amines are formed. You can write directly also, you can write in this way also. Okay. Now if suppose you have ammonia in excess, then primary amines will be formed in excess. Okay. But this reaction can be further carried over. This primary amine which is formed, it can further act as a nucleophile and it can further substitute this halo group of the haloalkane. See how? Now this primary amine which is formed in the first reaction, it will further react with one more molecule of haloalkane. Further, this HX will be removed and you will get here secondary amine. Okay. Now further this secondary amine can act as a nucleophile. So again it will substitute the halo group of haloalkane. This HX will be removed and you will get here tertiary amine. Okay. Now again this tertiary amine can be acting as a nucleophile. And will react with the haloalkane, but this time you will get quaternary salt. You will get quaternary salt. Okay, tetraalkyl ammonium chloride. This is tetraalkyl ammonium chloride. So this is how this reaction is carried over. You can write a note that if alkyl halide is in excess, we will get quaternary salt. If ammonia is in excess, we will get primary amine in excess. Okay, that is the drawback of this reaction, that if we take alkyl haloalkane in excess, the quaternary salt, the mixture of primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary salt will be formed. If we want primary amine to be our main yield, then we have to take ammonia in excess. Okay, so let us take one example of this reaction, that is Huffman's ammonolysis. Suppose we have chloroethane. We reacted with ammonia. So first of all, I will get here ammonium salt, which on treatment with alkali will give you ethanamine plus NaCl plus H2. Okay, C2H5NH2 plus NaCl plus H2O. This is ethanamine. Now, this ethanamine, which is primary amine, further react with one more molecule of chloroethane to give you secondary amine, which is N-ethyl ethanamine. N-ethyl ethanamine. On further treatment with chloroethane, you will get this is NN diethyl ethanamine, tertiary. Okay, which on further treatment with chloroethane will give you tetraethyl ammonium chloride. That is quaternary salt will be formed. Have you understood this reaction? Next one. Question is given that ammonolysis of benzyl chloride we have to do. Benzyl chloride. Benzyl grouping is, this grouping is known as benzyl grouping. If only benzene ring is there, it is known as phenyl group. This is benzyl group. Benzyl chloride is this compound. This is benzyl chloride. You have to do ammonolysis of this compound. Okay, so you will get here, what you will get here, aminoacids, you will get here benzylamine. Now, reaction of amines were formed with 2 moles of chloromethane. You have to treat it with 2 moles of chloromethane. So, when we treat it with 1 mole of chloromethane, one of the hydrogen will be substituted by methyl grouping. So, you will get here CH2 NH CH3. HCl will be removed. Okay. What is this compound? This is N-methyl benzylamine. Isn't it? When 1 more mole of chloromethane will be taken, so N-dimethyl benzylamine will be formed. N-dimethyl benzylamine is its common name. Its IUPAC name is N-dimethyl phenylethanamine. Okay, I will write its IUPAC name only. Here also I will write N-methyl phenylethanamine. Here also N-dimethyl phenylethanamine. That is its IUPAC name. Have you got this? Now the next one, that is third. This is second method of preparation. Now let us come to the third method of preparation. So third method is by reduction of nitriles. Which compounds are nitriles? Which contain CN group. CN यानी cyno group is known as nitrile group. IUPAC name of cyno group is nitrile. So RCN. This is nitrile. This you can reduce by catalytic hydrogenation. You can do catalytic hydrogenation. Hydrogenation in the presence of catalyst nickel, platinum or palladium, anyone. Or you can take sodium and alcohol. When alcohol reacts with sodium metal, it also produces hydrogen. So we can take sodium and alcohol also reducing agent. So this triple bond get reduced and we get RCH2 NH2. Amine is formed. Nitrile is converted to amine. Here we require 2 moles of hydrogen. Okay, understood. Now this reaction, this is very important reaction. Why this reaction actually act as this compound act as an intermediate compound in order to increase the chain of the carbon, increase the carbon chain length. Suppose you have say chloromethane and you want to convert it into ethanamine. We have chloromethane and we want to convert it into ethanamine. Means we have to increase one carbon. So when we have to increase one carbon, then this reaction is very useful. We first introduce this nitrile group here. How can we introduce this nitrile group? By treating this with potassium cyanide in the presence of ethanol or alcohol. So when you treat it, you will get here CH3Cl. That is, nitrile will be formed, which on reduction will give you ethanamide. So that is why this reaction is very useful if we want to increase the length of the carbon chain. Okay. They ask you these conversions very often. Okay. Generally, simple conversions are asked in your exams. So this is a very simple conversion where you have to increase the length of the carbon chain by one carbon. Now next method is, that is fourth method. One example of this also I will take. Suppose you have, this is ethane nitrile. Ethane nitrile. If you treat it with hydrogen in the presence of nickel catalyst, it will get reduced to ethanamide. So nitriles are reduced to amide. Then the fourth method is by reduction of amides. Now amides are the compound which contains CONH2 group. CONH2 group. So this can be reduced by using lithium aluminium hydride as a reducing agent. Okay, and then hydrolyze it. So you will get here RCH2 NH2. Example, suppose you have here ethanamide. So on reduction followed by hydrolysis, you will get here ethanamide. Okay, ethanamide is converted to ethanamide. Have you understood this method? Very easy one. Reduction of amides, reduction of amines are easy methods. Then next one, that is fifth method of preparation. It is Gabriel Hallamide synthesis. Gabriel Hallamide synthesis. You know what is phthalic acid? Phthalic acid, if on the vicinal position we have two carboxylic groups, neighboring positions, we have two carboxylic groups, this is known as phthalic acid. Okay. Now if you treat this phthalic acid with ammonia, I can write it as HHNH. Okay, ammonia. So one water molecule from here, one water molecule from here will be removed and you will get here phthalimide. This is phthalimide. This is just for your knowledge. This is not in the preparation. Phthalimide is this compound. Okay. Now we will take directly the phthalimide. Shall I erase it? you have to take this phthalimide and you have to treat it with ethanolic solution of KOH or NaOH. So you will get the potassium salt of phthalimide. This is potassium phthalimide. This is phthalimide. Okay. Now this potassium phthalimide you treat with haloalkane. When you treat it with haloalkane, KX will be removed. KX will be removed and you will get here NR, that is N-alkyl phthalimide. Up to here, is it clear? Okay. Now this N-alkyl phthalimide you treat with 2 moles of NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide. So COONA and COONA will be formed. So this will be that is sodium phthalate will be removed. Okay, remaining will be this H2, 2H. So that will be RNH2, that is primary amine will be formed. This method is used to prepare primary amines only. Okay. So primary amines, and this is sodium halate. This will be removed. Now, can we treat aniline or can we prepare aniline here? Why? Aniline is also a primary amine. It can also be prepared, no? Suppose you want to prepare here CH3NH2, that is methane amine. In that case, you take here CH3Cl. Whatever the alkyl group you require, that alkyl group should be included in the haloalkane. So if you want to prepare this aniline, you can take here chlorobenzene, isn't it? Can we take? Can we take or not? We cannot take. Why? Because in the case of these that is chlorobenzene or haloarenes, this bond cannot be broken easily. I have told that nucleophilic substitution is not easy in the case of haloarenes. So nucleophilic substitution cannot be done. That's why we cannot prepare this aniline from here. Okay? Because this bond is stronger bond and cannot be easily broken. So aniline cannot be prepared by this method. That is the main point which you have to remember. And the second thing which you have to remember, that whichever amine we want to prepare here, corresponding haloalkane we have to take here. Okay. Now next one, that is the sixth and the last method of preparation. That is also very important. This reaction is also very important reaction. And the last one is very, very important. It's a name reaction. That is Hofmann's bromamide degradation reaction. Hofmann's bromide degradation reaction. And this reaction, it is the method in which the amides are converted into amines containing one carbon less. Okay, let us first see the reaction. here amide, that is RCONH2. When it is treated with bromine and alkali, it is converted to primary amine. A method to convert amide into primary amine. And we will get here sodium bromide, sodium carbonate and H2O. Now here in this method, this alkyl group, it is shifted from the carbonyl group of amide to the nitrogen. You see here, from here this carbon, it is attached to this carbon. From this carbon it has shifted to the nitrogen, and this carbonyl group has been removed. So therefore it is degradation. Degradation means we are decreasing the carbon chain. One carbon will be lost. It has been lost in the form of sodium carbonate. So therefore it is known as degradation reaction. Okay. Let us take example. Suppose we have ethanamide. This is ethanamide. Now, when we treat it with bromine and alkali, then it will be converted to CH3NH2, means methanamide. See, here it is ethane, 2 carbon containing compound. Here it is converted to 1 carbon containing compound. And therefore it is known as degradation reaction. Hoffman bromide degradation reaction. Suppose you want to prepare here ethanamine. What we should take here? If ethanamine we have to prepare, we have to take propanamide. If propanamide we have to prepare butanamide. Means the amide should contain 1 carbon more than the amine which is formed. So that is the concept of this reaction. Okay. Have you understood? So here we finishes the method of preparation of amines. Okay. I will give you some questions based on this.